am Philip VI, King of France. This is the Battle of Crécy, where the English have invaded. Edward III thinks he is got claim to the crown, and I'm telling no. So we will resolve our differences at the chess match.
We play human combat chess, and what that means is we are the pieces on the board. Whoever the hierarchy is on either side calls the moves, and then we fight for the actual taking of pieces. So if you win, you get you take a space. If you lose your space. It's a cross between European martial arts and wrestling. You know, kind of this high speed, high intensity clashing of egos and weapons.
Reluctantly went to the Ringling Medieval Fair about 20 years ago. The next year, I'm here.
Well, it was quite an accident. One day I thought I was coming out for some sort of sword thing. It was a one-day thing, and it wound up being 13 weeks, and then 5 years later, here I am. I'm king.
I met a man at Sarasota Square Mall, back when it was still called Sarasota Square Mall, at the knife store that they used to have there. That was a blacksmith. And he was like, you should have a sword. And we started building swords. And actually, two of the weapons I use on the board this year are swords that were created with Jeff Lee. He's a local blacksmith. And he's like, well, if you're going to have a sword, you got to learn how to fight with it. And he got me into an old group called the Goblin Guild that used to meet at New College. And that's where I started learning stage combat. And then I started doing the fair at the old Ringling property.
Oh geez, when I was a little kid, I went to my first medieval fair and just fell in love with it, and they had a notification for auditions for a fair at the Ringling Museum of Art. I went, and I was 15 then, and I've been doing it ever since. I'm 44 now, so it's been a lifelong thing practically. Favorite character to play? Oh geez, I got to play Crazy Stephen from Braveheart one year. That was a lot of fun. The Crazy Irishman. It was a lot of fun.
I played various things, from a French chef to done pirates and knights, mayors, different type of merchants. This is the first year I played a king. This is really special.
I started playing a peasant, a jailer, an executioner, and climbed up the corporate ladder to King of England.
Well, if they come to this show, especially if they come to see our chess match, they're going to see a spectacle that they're not going to see somewhere else in the world. You know, they don't do this type of chess match anymore anywhere else. Most chess matches now are on a stage. They're not on the earth. You know, they're not on a grassy floor, and they're not this grand. The show itself, you know, there are not very many medieval fairs anymore. They've all gone to the Renaissance Festival or to the Pirate Fair or something weird in between. You know, the steampunk generation is starting to take over, which is great. It's just there's something about the Dark Ages of Europe that really draws the passion out of people, I think, more so than any of the other time periods.
The faces of the children. You know, they really do believe you are who you say you are, and you know, it's a great burden, but it's also a wonderful thing, you know, to teach them about chivalry and you know, how to be a good person.